Virgo, you are being called to simplify. Simplify, simplify, simplify. I keep hearing it in threes. 333 could be significant. I'm getting to tell you. You could be a life path 3, some of you. But you're being called to simplify. My eyes were just closed, and then I opened my eyes and they went to this word on my box, my oracle card box here, which is healing. There could be a healing period, okay? Transformation through healing. It has to do with your heart here, okay? As it pertains to, there's a release of a transmuting and alchemizing of perfection, okay? Whatever your concept is or your relationship is with the concept of perfection, that is healing, that is shifting, that is being transformed, is what's coming through. And the way in which that, I'm hearing, solidifies is through you simplifying the things that you are creating, all right, and putting out into the world. And I'm also hearing that you're calling into your life. Simplify it. I'm hearing that's how you will reach new heights. That will take you, simplification will take you to those new heights. Because one thing about Virgo is that you have, you're a mutable sign. But you're not usually acknowledged as a visionary. But again, you are a mutable sign and you're ruled by Mercury. So you're certainly connected to being a visionary here. You understand the bigger picture. You've got this bird's eye view and panoramic expected. Oh, interesting. You expect big things. You expect the best, the big and the best is what I'm hearing. You expect increase, you expect expansion, you expect greatness of yourself and of and as your life and of others. And that sometimes leads to a force instead of a flow, right? Of that increase, of that greatness happening, materializing here. And it puts you into this state of perfectionism that is the lower embodiment of your expression as the Virgo archetype. I'm burping, so confirmation. But you are being guided and called to simplify. And it doesn't mean to not expect greatness. That's not what I mean. When I say simple or simplification, I'm referring to the way in which it happens. I'm referring to the way in which it happens. It doesn't always take hard work, Virgo. It doesn't always require hard anything. I think it's something about a softening. That's why I said it has to do with your heart. All right. It's a softening actually that wants to happen. It's the acknowledging. God wants you to acknowledge that it can happen through flow, through intuitive action and creation. And because you are who you are and what you muster up, and channel from within you and out into the world, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, and it's gonna serve in the way that you want it to, okay? It will impact, have a great, I'm seeing like loud impact, like, between two forces happen. And so that's what you want. That's you, Virgo, and what you represent, that there is an impact that serves beyond you. And I promise you that that will take place, even through this simplifying of how you birth, these things into physical reality and existence. Look at that. I can't make it up. We have death, transformation, endings, death, it says. Okay? It's here. It is here, and it is time for your inner transformation as it pertains to your relationship with the concept of perfection. And this surrendering to that is going to turn the wheel of fortune in your favor. I'm being guided to say to you, Virgo, to really think about the times in which you have manifested here that which you wanted to acquire in the material. Lots of money, or the opportunities that you wanted, the luxury, the whatever it is that you've desired materially. What state of mind and of being were you in when that happened? Did you have to work hard like a workhorse? No. There was something about a surrendering that I'm being guided to remind you of that you had to do. There was a trusting. That's the surrender, is that when you trust in your magic and in what has been given to you by God to create, to express, to put out into the world, just as it has come through to you, and not a touch more of perfecting it, right, from your ego here, that's when you have received the most. That's when you have received the best recognition and acknowledgement, which you love as well, for what it is that you have created. Okay? When you find yourself no longer enjoy and enjoying while you're creating something, while you're working on something, then you know that you're out of alignment. You know you're out of alignment, and you know that you're upholding the narrative of the old story of perfectionism. Okay? Remember that, Virgo. We have the Tower and the Hanged Man. Yeah. It says, cleanse the ego. Inner light will stand the test while egoic patterns burn away. This perfectionism is an egoic pattern. It keeps you, actually delays, I'm hearing, it keeps you small, and it shrinks you, and it actually delays your inheritance, because you end up not putting that thing out that God has guided you to do. You delay it, and it delays your inheritance because you're focused on perfecting it, and you need to surrender. I told you, surrender. The Hanged Man, it says surrender. All right. So you could be experiencing this right now. You could be receiving signs of needing to surrender here. And for some of you, there's something about your heart. You could be having this kind of aching, like, how do I call it? Like these sensations, like in your heart area. And that is signaling to you that your heart it wants to release, it wants to cleanse, it wants to let go of the old. Okay? It wants you to surrender. My eyes went to this where it says, your self-expression is a gift. And it is. And exactly the way it comes through to you when you first receive that inclination to create this thing is exactly the way that God, divine, wants you to express it, to embody it. And it's so much simpler than your Mercury mind would have you to believe. We know, and you know, that you are a genius. Let's be honest here. You are a genius, Virgo. You're brilliant. We know it. You're intelligent. You know things that, and you notice things that most others don't. You're actually one of the best at anything that you do. And this is no secret. All right? But it's time for you to honor that with such conviction and a knowing, to where it doesn't rule over, you put it in its proper place, and it doesn't rule over the way in which, right, the path that you take in creating, in expressing, right, in showing up in to the world. Ooh, these cards are hesitant. For some of you, there could also be, it's that hesitation energy of like, you're hesitant to launch something, you're hesitant to share something, to put it out into the world, because you're like, it's not good enough. It's not ready yet. It needs this and it needs that. And you have to know that there's always going to be something that your Mercury mind comes up with and says, it needs this now, it needs that. But you can save those ideas for the next thing, right? That is the gift, that you have such vast, great ideas, right? And that they will never go away, that won't ever change. So you don't have to go the extra mile and cause yourself to be burnt out, to be unfulfilled, okay? To be exhausted. You don't need to sabotage yourself anymore. And I'm hearing your earnings, so your money, what you want to have and experience materially. For some of you, I'm hearing a relationship. It could be about your love life. as well. Virgo here. Yeah. Seven of Wands is usually an energy of like, yeah, go for it, shoot your shot, put in that effort, okay? But we know this about you, that you are going to do that, Virgo. But here's the thing. Now, I'm getting a few messages here. Some of you are doing that from a place of, again, it is ego. It's from a place of being too, you're spectating on that which others think about what you're doing or creating, or what they are creating. It's like this comparing with the Four of Cups here, okay? And the Hanged Man. You're comparing here, but like this is from your ego, and divine is asking you to cleanse this, to hold and define your power, shift, surrender, all right, that perspective, to recognize the richness that is within you. 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, that you have, all right? I'm also getting, again, there's something about the love life here. There's something about the love life. There could be also for some of you a so badly that you desire something, in terms of love, that you put your attention on your partner a lot, on the person, and kind of like perfecting them, wanting them to be a certain way, to where it kind of like pushes that person away. You put a lot of your energy into that person instead of like putting that time and that energy into what it is that you are passionate about creating yourself, and trusting that person is doing that as well, right? And you're being called to surrender that, because this is at risk here. I'm hearing the 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, that family, that estate, that, marriage, that union, that it's at risk, okay? 3 of Swords here. It's at risk of becoming a heartbreak, of being lost, of you experiencing a disappointment. If you don't get into a flow and not a force, and focusing on the wealth with the Empress that's within you, the creating or creative energy and life force that's within yourself. Okay? It's like release control from this, the way that things happen, the way that things go with this person, this partner. Release the perfectionism from that, and release the perfectionism from that which you create and put out into the world. Yeah, oh my God, this energy is here twice. Death again. I can't make it up, you guys. You are literally being initiated into such a transformation. I'm hearing into alignment with your heart. Okay, yeah, 6 of Cups. Your inner child, and being emotionally fulfilled. It's from your heart space here. Okay, yeah. That is what is going to make you successful in the public eye and acknowledged and recognized the way in which I know that you want to be. Yep. Queen of Swords. I'm also getting with this, it's like, it's not from being this stern, controlling as the Queen of Swords can be sometimes in her unevolved, embodied expression. It's not from working hard, Eight of Pentacles. It's not from work, 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 work. I just heard this by Rihanna, that song. It's by the Chariot is connected to Cancerian energy here. It's flow, not force, that gives you, that makes the chariot, the I'm hearing like the vehicle, it makes it move, forward. Because there's the flow, there's the connection to one's intuition, one's heart, and not just the mind saying, do this, do that. That is what brings you the Six of Pentacles, that return of investment of your energy that you want to see here in the material. That's what's going to do it, I'm telling you. So you are being so called forward right now to surrender to this initiation of transformation. Okay. For some of you, I'm also hearing something about, again, this is pertaining to the love life. It could be even that it pertains to your professional life and creative endeavors and your love life. And for some of you, I'm hearing that like you've got so many things with the Seven of Cups here that you want to do, that you want to create, but you're like trying to do it all by yourself and not allowing, trusting, I'm hearing here, because maybe of a pain that you experienced in the past, right? From letting someone in, and trusting them to uplift you and support you emotionally and creatively with what you want to birth. All right. And that pain, that's why I was getting that in terms of the heart, like the sensation of pain and aching there. It's like it wants to be released. It wants to be cleared out because it's going to keep you in this loop of disappointment if you don't let this person or someone help you with all of these things that you want to do. Yeah, this is coming to an end. This cycle, this loop, I'm telling you, with the World and the Seven of Cups, Five of Swords, Ten of Swords. It's like, this is the end. It's in your mind. It's your mind that's at conflict, that's at war with your heart. But that's an old energy and narrative. And it's done. It wants to be put to rest with the Ten of Swords so that you can experience the emotional, fulfilling life that you desire, the love that you desire. Okay? One more here for Virgo. Yeah, the High Priestess is here. You know this. Your intuition has been speaking to you. You've probably been having dreams about this. The High Priestess tells me that you know, that you're aware. Yeah, we have the Lovers. Many of you, this pertains to your love life. Many of you, this pertains to balancing also, I'm hearing, of your inner feminine and your inner masculine, and not just being in this masculine energy that's like strategy, go, 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 take action, but it's a honoring your inner feminine, which is connected to your heart. Receiving, I'm hearing, allowing yourself to receive, to be held, to be helped, to be loved, to be supported by another. All right? Virgo, we're wrapping up your message with a water oracle. There's some type of a long-term opportunity, and you've envisioned this already. You've seen it with the High Priestess. I know you have. But it hasn't been accessible to you because your mind has been in the way. All right? Your mind has been in the way, trying to control the way that this goes, the way that this happens. Doing it yourself, by yourself, but no, enough. Enough. Look at that. It says, trust your inner compass. Let your inner light lead. And it's this light that's like coming out of her heart, like this part of her chest that's the heart. All right? That's your compass. That is your compass. We know that your mind is great, it's vast. We have sweet release, the rainbow, new start, new beginning, a new way forwards. All right? Yeah. Virgo, that is your message. I will see you next time.